if you're a creator of any kind, an artist of any kind, you're actually a channel. You are the access point to this reality so that wisdom comes through you and images come through you and archetypes are embodied in you as role models for this life. You are putting in Sega cartridges in your identity, playing roles and then playing other roles. The key word is playing. Creative process is a pulse. It is an existential pressure that gets built up in those of us with immense creative potential. And it comes in bursts, and it's a pendulum swing between I'm bringing fire into this life, I'm bringing the new wheel into this life, I'm inventing. And it's a spark of invention. It's the light bulb above your head that goes off and lights up your entire life for the duration of your channeling. Understand that you are channeling. Understand that you don't choose the moment of inspiration. And if you're an artist that is living their artistry, this provides an immense hormonal release, emotional release, sense of purpose, sense of self-value and self-worth. And the other side of this process, because everything is an ebb and flow, everything is a wave with a crest and a trough, with up and down, with lit up and then pregnant cocoon stage, butterfly and caterpillar. In the caterpillar stage, you can feel like there's nothing happening. Nothing's happening. Utter boredom and void. And this is the price you pay, is that you are either creative or you are melancholic. This is the basic individual circuitry in human design if you are individual circuitry. There's individual, tribal, and collective. So individual circuitry operates on a pulse between creative spark, where you are taken over. This is what a lot of artists say. I was just a vessel for this piece to come through me. I was just a vessel for this book to come through me. Something moved me. Something gave me inspiration I could not stop. This is what many artists say. Once I started, I did not eat, I did not sleep, I did not go to the bathroom, I paid no attention to the external world. All that is and was me and the canvas, or me and the wall, if I did murals, or me and my rhymes, or even me and these videos. And as a pure individual, meaning somebody that has only individual circuitry, so this is the pulse of me. Intense creativity, or this life doesn't make any sense. Why are we doing this? Nihilism. Just sitting there and feeling the void of not creating. And this is one of the tips, is you gotta be okay with the void. I like one of the nicknames I had when I was a teenager on MySpace. It was the Void Wanderer. Meaning, I wink at the void so it will flinch that somebody interacted first. It disrupts the flow of the void, the darkness, the shadow. If you smile at it, it goes like, what is this now? If you are in the void, in the pregnant stage, in the cocoon stage of the process, what happens if you break the egg from the outside? You get an egg fetus that many people enjoy eating. However, you gotta let the egg break from the inside, and then the bird is alive. If you let the egg break from the inside, then the bird is alive. It can come out and thrive. It can come out aligned. You're not trying to be creative. Do not break the egg before it's done. Before it's done cooking up the life inside. And I don't mean cooking as in cooking, I mean as in growing life. There is pressure through social media, through time conditioning, rhythm conditioning, that we need to be consistent. And I can feel this as well. There are days where I don't have new ideas. They are kind of rare though. Where I don't have something to say, where I don't have sage thoughts, where I don't have practical things from my own mistakes that I want to put into the world to share my light, to feel my voice resonating in my body, and then the world. And on those days, if I succumb to pressure of like not feeling the melancholy, not going low, but creating in order to put out content, and content is a disgusting word for the creative process, because it's like buckets of something in a warehouse that gets shipped out for consumption, which is not what we're aiming for. We're aiming for those moments where inspiration flows on its own. You get a poke in your ass from Mayat, from Shiva, from Jesus, from Buddha, from the mushrooms, from a beat that flows your rhymes into alignment. You free them from confinement. Don't rush your creative flow. Go slow, in time things will grow. Don't do things for show. Don't create to make content. Create to feel content. This is something I still struggle with. And what helps me is in those days, like the video, chop wood, carry water, there's gonna be days where I don't create things. I carry water and chop wood. I do maintenance for my life. There's not a lot of exciting things coming out through me as a medium, as a translator of the mushrooms, as a voice of nature, as the end point of intelligence of the mushrooms underground. I am the other point above ground. And not every day has the pulse from within, and you just gotta swim. Going with the current even when the tide is low, waiting for new waves to come. And you don't wait. You know that that's you. And for me, whenever I was creative, whenever I am high, energetically, sharing the buzzing energy around like a generator, consistent, charismatic, loud, extroverted, interested in everything, flowing with the knowing and not afraid to show it. I would get accepted by everyone, including first and foremost my parents. And then the days of melancholy, lowness, slowness, nurture, rest, sadness, nostalgia, melancholy, nihilism. There would be immense panic of what is wrong with you. You're going to get this response from anyone that is not comfortable in all of their spectrum, their entire spectrum, all the highs and all the lows. You cannot ignore what is below. You are a full human. When you're creative and when you're deeply cozied up in your blanket, in the cocoon stage, like a real hermit sage, accept both the cocoon and the butterfly. And all you creatives, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And it's also for those maybe not fully committed in the artist life, but struggling with accepting their lows. This whole video can be applied to anyone in the world that experiences emotions, which is everyone. Peace, health, abundance, wholeness, prosperity, balance with your waves, balance with the creative process. And do not force it. Do not force yourself to produce. Do not force yourself to wake up in the morning and crush that routine every day and keep all the promises you made every day and stay consistent with the output every day. Or at least finished but not perfect to be your mantra. On the days where you're in a haze, a lowness, a slowness, create and don't analyze it too much. Create from that slow flow, from that minimal flow. And that way you get to know your full expression, and it shows on the creation. This is realness. It's creating from your entire depth as it comes. Yeah, the world prefers 10-second cat videos and videos of people eating food and people falling and hurting themselves, and sports and light, brainless fun, and that has its place, like everything. But don't bend yourself, because then that's not creativity, that is production. That is